I'm hitting the button. The button's hit. The button is hit.
This is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
Welcome to, let me make sure everyone can hear everyone first. Fawn, say something real quick.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. Awesome.
You're fine.
Hey, I just want to say hi to everyone that missed us last week.
Hi.
I got so many messages. I'm in the bushes waving right now. I just want to say thanks for tuning into RDX podcast. It means the world to us. We missed a week and hell froze over. So I actually caught COVID. The last show, you can kind of hear it. Of course, we missed the next week, and now I'm finally kind of alive. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you that much more because it sucks when things suck, man. It's nice to be back, and it's great to have the usual suspects without Tim Dog. Something popped up. So maybe I'll look in the chat, see if somebody, one of you guys wants to join us for a conversation or something. But I've also got another question for the chat. Please let me know. I did an interview with Playground Games, and I would like to play the interview. I also really hate the fact that the embargo for that interview, even though it was, just perspective stuff from the developer and what it was like to make the thing and where it came from. And I just don't understand why their embargoes were how they were. I really wanted to stick it in a video yesterday and make it a really cool part of something, build something around it and get people hyped for the Hot Wheels expansion. But Microsoft, their NDAs and their embargoes for this expansion was just not ideal at all. So I thought I could maybe play it on the show and let you guys hear Mike Brown, creative director of Playground, talk to me about Forza Hot Wheels and stuff like that, stuff that they're doing. So I don't know. Let us know if that's something you'd like to hear in the chat. And if you're here early, of course, hit the like button, tell people we're live. And of course, we do appreciate you. Fonz, I want to do a little intro here. How you been, buddy?
I've been pretty dang good. I was waiting for the show last week, but of course you caught the parvo. But you're back this week, and I'm glad you're getting over that. But yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to go. I've got the energy today. I'm really happy, excited. So let's do it. Okay.
We've also got the great and magnificent D-Batch. How you been?
What's up, man? It's good to be back. It's good that you're alive and with us. I caught the Rona myself, so I know how it sucks to suck. So I'm glad that you're with us and on the road to recovery. And we got a lot of topics. We got like 2 weeks of topics, so nobody can say this week we don't got nothing to talk about. So let's just get on with it.
Yeah, we definitely do got some pretty cool topics. Zapker, how you been, buddy?
Good, man. I guess I'm the only one dodging COVID over here, like George Bush dodging shoes. I don't know, but it's fucking great. I'm glad that we're back. Sucked that we weren't on last week. I was looking forward to it, but I'm here with the energy, man. Just had some food, so let's fucking go. And look at this Forza gameplay, people. It's fucking nice.
Hot Wheels. I've been playing it for like a week, and I'll tell you, it's nice to see other people on the Hot Wheels streets now, right? It used to be me driving around by myself with the occasional other person that had the game, and now it's nice to see all this stuff populated. But again, my bad. Again, if you're just tuning in, we've got an interview from creative director Mike Brown behind Hot Wheels, behind Horizon 5. Seems like a lot of you guys want to hear it at some point in the show. I will definitely fire it up, and we'll play it at some point in the show. It's about 8 to 10 minutes long. I don't know when we'll introduce that, but again, we do have a lot of really good topics. And if you're watching live, guys, again, hit the like button. Tell everybody we're live. We appreciate you. We're going to do some intros, or we did some intros. Now let me announce a giveaway winner for patron and membership. If you're a member or patron, we do giveaways on Discord. And that winner is Gamebred, who's actually a longtime member of that Discord. He wanted a copy of Shadow Warrior 3. And that's actually a really cool game, man. So we'll make that happen. Hit me up after the show. We also got to give a big shout out to Boba Fett Gaming. We've got Reluctant Dodo, Nerdy Meathead. We've got Dub Mobile, Ruben Almighty, Damien Kibbis, Ricky Fallon, Fault Lines, Not Silik, Bad Boy Live, Achievement Nanopolymath, Zordon, Costanza, KY Bob Goose 8402, Straya Khalifa, Assassin Lupa. By the way, shout out to Assassin Lupa. I know I'm being long for the intro tonight, guys, but Assassin Lupa went through like 18-hour surgery. And, we're our thoughts go out there is what I'm trying to say. So I just wanted to kind of acknowledge that. Foreign Object, Gab Queestale, John Blue, Vecpal Steeder, Real Deal Nil, Suicide King, Tastes Genie, Guillermo Cavillo, All Might, Dark CMF, and Alfonso Hogan. And big shout out to our fantastic moderators, Boss Mod, Lethal Pop, and others. You guys are amazing. Now, I do want to kind of, I guess, acknowledge once more that the Forza Hot Wheels expansion is out. And I know a lot of you are probably not watching this right now because you're probably playing it. We'd love to know your thoughts, but anyone else in here, and sorry if I'm yelling, I can't hear anything. I'm so stopped up. But anyone else in here play the Hot Wheels expansion so far? What do you think about this?
Yeah, I played it today with you, beat you in 2 races.
Yeah, right.
No, I played. No, we had a good time. I played it earlier today, and then I actually played it for the last about hour and a half. I just jumped in really quick, and man, that game is just gorgeous. A lot of the cool stunts are fun, and it is a lot bigger than the last Hot Wheels map. Like a lot bigger. To get anywhere, like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to this race. I was like, I'm driving for like 5 minutes. Like, damn, it's taking hella long to get here. So, yeah, it's really good, man. And when you do the first intro in the beginning, you just look around, you're like, yo, this is fucking cool looking, man. Yep. So, and it has more biomes than Halo. I'm just fucking saying.
Hey, but Bud the Cyborg said he's almost up to S1 class already. Vaughn, you haven't got a chance to play this yet?
No. I just have a question. Do I have to buy it to play it?
You don't have the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate $100 edition comes with them.
You know,
but yeah, you do have to buy it, Fonzarelli.
I'm just surprised you got to buy games now to enjoy them.
That's weird, huh?
Blows my mind.
Yeah. By the way,
I do feel like it should be on Game Pass though. Like if you're gonna do the Game Pass thing, do what Ubisoft does. Like with Ubisoft Plus, you get everything, expansions, everything. Like Ragnarok was included in it. So I feel like they should do the same thing. Like Xbox is like. Like the Assassin's Creed Ragnarok was a part of Ubisoft Plus. You didn't need to buy anything. Like all their expansions, everything are just a part of the subscription. And I kind of want to see Xbox doing that. Yeah. Like it's just common sense at this point.
I got to do some preemptive damage control here. This is like, again, like a week ago, I captured this footage. I was 1,000 times more dead. So that's my damage control for the footage. Enjoy watching that. But this is running on Series X, obviously. And again, it's a lot of fun. A couple of us have gotten to play it. D-Batch has not gotten to. Have you?
I just found out before the show that it came out today.
Oh my God.
I was oblivious to it, but in my defense,
I just told you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that was my point with the embargoes. D-Batch is like, they had them all set for today. And, we've been wanting to push this and hype this up a little bit over the weekend even, but their embargoes for this were just dumb.
Yeah, like today, Stray is kind of dominating everything, and
fucking
Forza, with Forza coming out the same day, like they should have released the embargo at least a couple of days or at least yesterday to remind people that the DLC is coming out, because everyone's looking forward to it, and I know it's going to be phenomenal because the last one was just crazy. So I can just imagine this one. So. Yeah, sucks on the embargo thing. Maybe next time they can do a little bit better.
And it wasn't just like it wasn't just like, oh, the embargo for like certain people. Like even like the Rad Brad, who has like 20 million subs, put up his first video at 10 a.m. like everybody else today. Like right when the game released is when the embargo lifted. Very weird. I think they should have, like Dealer was talking about like last week, give people to get some hype going through the weekend. Like Stray has dominated everything. Even as Dusk Falls, I feel like I'm seeing that more. And I'm like, really? Like, damn.
Dude, my girl asked me today, she was like, you got the PlayStation plugged up in the living room? I'm like, no, I got the big bitch in the office and I ain't hoisting it nowhere right now. She wanted to play fucking Stray. And I was like, no, it's not on Xbox. So even she knew about Stray, the damn cat game, right? Big shout out to Outbreak Podcast, by the way, only on Xbox. Soccer Cube, somebody super chats real quick. Nano Polymath, of course, Javier, a.k.a. Thiz Payne. Just change your name, brother. And again, Boba Fett, shout out to you, buddy. Ashtray Gaming, all those guys. Zucker, go ahead and get these, and then we can move forward some.
Yeah. Again, shout out to Hargeet for sending me these and screenshots and everything. You're awesome,
Hey, by
buddy.
the way, Hargeet, we're down a guy. Tim Dog didn't make it. He said he was going for a second colonoscopy. He really enjoyed the first one. If you want to join us, you're free to join us, Hargeet. Just let me know, man. But go ahead, Zucker.
Yeah, Hargeet, you're not welcome here. Moving on. So Nano Polymath, he says, welcome back, everyone. You were missed. Cringe stuff out of the way. Let the good times commence. Thanks, Nano, man. Honestly, the support's awesome. We got Ashtray Gaming, Dealer, Fonz, Tim, Zalker, and D are back. Let's do this. You messed up. Tim's not here. Fuck Tim. We got only on Xbox. Member for 3 months now. He says, welcome back, brother. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you very much.
Dealer? I'm glad you're alive.
Yep.
We got Assassin89. What's good, bro? Happy you back. Nice. We have the Andrew 13. Do you think Forza Horizon, Hot Wheels, Volcanoes enough for King Trash?
You know, I was going
why
down
you
through
gotta
that
do this
volcano
way?
earlier, and I saw on top of King Thrash's skull just in the lava. It turns out he jumped in there, and it was volcanoing. So it looks fantastic, right?
Can I just say that in the beginning, when you do see the volcano, that's the first thing I said in party chat with everybody. I was like, "It's volcanoing, bitch!" I literally yelled it, and I was just like, you gotta have fun sometimes.
Hey, man, it's hard to forget that somebody bitched because the volcanoes weren't volcanoing enough, and I just love things that aren't really words, you know? I love it. But did we
like
get
making up words too, like Xbox exclusive. No.
did we get them? Did we get them? Are we good?
Yeah, that's all of them for now. Oh wait, one more I think came in. Danny Passion Official. Zonker, stop. I just paid $70 for Hot Wheels. It's fire. Hey, man. it is fire, but put that bitch on Game Pass. Let's go.
$70 for Hot Wheels.
$17.
Oh, I thought you said 70. I was like, hang on a second. By the way, I asked Turn 10, or not Turn 10. I asked Playground Games about that other Hot Wheels game, right? The one that shall not be named. Hot Wheels Unleashed. And I asked them about some of, because a lot of people, myself included, we're thinking, hey, once they came out with an actual Hot Wheels game, we might not get Hot Wheels again from them. And I actually brought that to his attention, and we had a good laugh about that. But again, we got an interview with the creative director of Playground Games. We'll be playing that later this show. Big shout out to Fonz for helping out with that. I was trying to figure out a way to do that. But again, let's go ahead and move forward. I do have to say I am enjoying Hot Wheels. Just to cap that off, it looks phenomenal. It's I don't know, it's a nice change of pace, I guess, from what I've been playing, and there's nothing wrong with more Hot Wheels. By the way, there's a former Xbox employee, Jerry Hook. He started a new studio. Did you guys hear about this? They're going to be developing some single player action adventure games, I guess.
Isn't it Unreal Engine 5? Like he's making it on there, and that they're working with a publisher and stuff like that, like a pretty big publisher on it. So I know there's like little details, and he's just getting awareness, and I think he's putting awareness out there to get people to hire, right? Like,
yeah,
if you're gonna build a studio, you need to get fucking bodies in there to work. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
He said that he's excited to announce that new studio Jar Sparks is up and running. Our mission is to create a new generation of narrative-driven action games in a new world. So, what do you think, Fonz? Like Jedi Fallen Order type games?
Yeah, it sounds like the type of games we want Xbox to make. So go back to Xbox and make those games.
Time out. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. Do you know who the publisher behind them is? NetEase. NetEase out of China. So, I mean, those people, the NetEase are the people that made Diablo Immortal. Just throwing it out there, so... and it is a AAA, and it's a new dedicated AAA action adventure game, and it's former Halo guy on it, but we'll see what happens. I want to see what it is. Obviously we give everybody a chance. We want to see what they can make, but creating a new studio now during this, like, just the pandemic or whatever the hell, and getting new people in, like, it's going to be a challenge for anybody, especially a new studio. So,
Right.
Well, why don't you quit being a negative prick about it and do something positive?
No.
How about that?
I want to be a meanie pants.
Hey, we got to give a shout out to over 600 people watching this live already, guys. We started about 10 minutes late. We do appreciate you guys stopping by and checking us out. We're talking about the latest happenings with Xbox. We got another studio starting up, which is great. I think we need more narrative-driven action games and new worlds. New IP in general, honestly, is one of the things that I think we need most. And that's why I'm excited for Dead Space Jr. / Callisto Protocol.
Well, yeah, we definitely need a lot of new stuff, because you said it right there with Dead Space. It's like we're getting tons of remakes lately, right? So it's refreshing to see like Callisto Protocol and, a brand new experience. And that's what we need more of today. So I hope Jerry, makes a great, fantastic
Well, Jerry,
game.
and it's not just Jerry. It's this guy named Paul Crocker, who is the lead narrative director of the Batman Arkham trilogy. So they grabbed some really big talent there, and he was executive, and then they got Greg Stone, who was the producer on Doom 2016 and Halo Infinite, and then the gameplay director Steve Dyke, who worked on both the animated director on many AAA games like SSX franchise, NBA Street franchise, and the Halo franchise 4, 5, and Infinite.
Yeah, so this is going to be something much bigger, I'm hoping, than, not that Diablo's small, but I want this to be a big third-person kind of action-adventure game, right?
Diablo, you mean?
No, like the game they're working on, you know?
Yeah, big AAA Diablo game.
God. Hey, by the way, thanks, Hargy, for joining us, man. Tim literally dropped out like a minute before the show. He loved, like I said, the colonoscopy. He was, whatever. You heard me. So how you been, buddy?
I've been good.
Let me turn you up.
Forza with you. It was pretty good.
Yeah, we were running some Hot Wheels earlier. As you know, I'm just going to bounce from person to person on the panel, and I think we got a few things I definitely want to come to you for, Hargeet. So again, thanks for joining us. Yeah, the studio is called Jar Sparks, and we will see what they end up making. But you know, unfortunately, it'll be about 874 years before we get that game. By the way, Xbox, there's some rumors going around. A little soccer? Like you little pushing these Netflix, Xbox buying Netflix. What's going on with this? What'd you say in your video?
It's already done. They signed the deal. They own them. No.
So why would Xbox buy Netflix? What's happening? There's a big thing going around about Xbox acquiring Netflix, which would be a fucking ridiculous purchase. Huge.
I don't know if you saw, but like Xbox or Microsoft, not Xbox, Microsoft and Xbox tend to go after, you know, companies that have kind of went down a little bit. And Netflix just lost 1 million subscribers in the last quarter. So like their stock is going down. And
but how many do they have overall?
I don't know how much they have overall now. Probably like 196 million.
Okay, so they lost
like,
0.5%.
Listen. If this does happen, if there is any rumors, this came from a Yahoo analyst who basically was saying that after the Activision Blizzard deal, at this point nothing is safe. That like you got to look at like after spending $70 billion on a gaming company, Microsoft has more money to spend, and that, you know, Netflix could be something on the docket, and it's because of something. You know, they put out a big like reticle of like data showing that Netflix is like 23%, Amazon is like 21% of streaming. Like Amazon's killing it, and so is Disney Plus and all these other big tech companies. And when you look at the tech companies like Apple and everything that Microsoft basically competes with, the one thing that Microsoft does not have whatsoever is a streaming service. The service they have is Game Pass. And so they correlate, like basically if they tie in gaming with Netflix, like they're hitting like markets that none of the other industry like Amazon or Google or whoever are hitting.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to say is that, you know, that's why they're putting Netflix on the docket of like, you know what, this could happen with Netflix going down a little bit in price. And if it continues to go down in the next, you know, 6 months while Activision Blizzard closes, that could be something that Microsoft puts together with Game Pass.
Look, Microsoft couldn't buy the fucking Denny's franchise without motherfuckers freaking out and claiming monopoly over pancakes. I'm not sure if I believe in it. Hargy, you're real big into analytics and numbers and stuff. And I know that we've talked about ABK and all these things that are going on. We got some updates with that later. But what do you think the odds are? Why would this happen or not happen? And how stupid does it sound to you?
It actually sounds really good to me.
Shit.
If they can pull it off. Look, I've been looking at Warner as one of the acquisition targets they should take, the whole thing, and for the same reason. But Netflix, it brings that 200+ million subscribers. It's just big. The other things it brings are more background stuff. Look, they're currently running on AWS. If they can pull that away from AWS, put it on Azure, it gives them tech that they need.
So they're running on Amazon servers right now, and
yeah, exactly.
They switch over to Microsoft, right? Yeah.
Exactly, and that gives them the leverage to say, "Hey, we've got this big streaming service running on our systems. Use us instead of Amazon." Right? It gives them something to go to market with.
It would be a massive hit to Amazon's money.
Exactly, right. And those are the other thing you can think of is, say, Mixer failed, right? But it was maybe because it just wasn't recognizable. Netflix is pretty recognizable. Maybe they could leverage that together and say, hey, let's try to do a live service with Netflix as well.
As long as they pay Ninja millions of dollars to stick his face on it, you know.
Right?
You remember that?
But yeah, I think like the synergies of a subscription service is where it's really at, right? Is to be able to say, hey, I can, they don't need to have as much profit as they currently do in the market. They could cut it back, make it a little cheaper, and say, hey, for like $25 a month, you get Game Pass plus Netflix. It would be a killer deal, and they would just increase their subscriber base. If they could cut it to the same level it's at now, it's like, I think it's $20 for the top tier, get both of them. Wow, the number of subscribers they get for Game Pass just skyrockets.
Not to mention the IPs. Not to mention the IPs like Stranger Things.
Exactly.
House of Cards, the game.
Well, and the other thing the other thing that the analyst brought up was that if you look at the Halo show, like the Halo show, no matter what everybody hates it was fucking ultra successful for Paramount Plus. Like they season 2, 3, whatever the hell they renewed because it got them so many millions of subscribers.
Yeah, because they had 6 subscribers.
But the point is that Microsoft has a lot of gaming IPs and just IPs in general that they would want to make into shows or movies.
So you're really pushing this right now, Zucker. Like you're really backing this right now?
No, I wouldn't be surprised if not Netflix or whoever. Like I'm not at this point. It's about when is Microsoft going to be a part of it because they want to compete with every other tech. That's what they do. It's tech is a copycat fucking world, bro. Somebody does something, they're like, we need that. Fucking, we need it. Like, like that's what they do. They have all the money, and they're just like, fucking, we need that too. Yeah. We need that too. Somebody's gonna make like a shoe.
Small,
it's like,
right?
Just like Hargeet. Go ahead.
Good, D. I want to hear from D.
No, I just say just like Hargeet said. I think it makes sense because they could take a lot of money, a lot of revenue off of Amazon's table by offering their streaming services to Netflix, and of course owning Netflix. And I think if Netflix were to drop its price, I think it would see a lot of consumers coming back. I think them raising the price kind of was a bad move, and that really cost them a lot of consumers. I think if they lower the price and Microsoft comes in and buys it and offers their streaming service over Amazon, I think it's a win-win for Microsoft. And of course, at some point they could even integrate their Xbox Game Pass into the service because Netflix is a streaming service, right? So every smart TV pretty much has Netflix on it. So I think it's a good buy. And let's just be honest, Microsoft has the FU money to do it.
How much are they worth again?
This would be well over $100 billion.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys.
I mean, oh, come on, guys. $70 billion for Activision. He's like, come on, guys, it's not gonna happen.
Xbox got the money by not spending it on everything like that. But I mean, look, it would be crazy, right? But I'm not buying it. It's hard for me to dive out the window for this one, guys.
No. I mean, I don't know about Netflix. Like that was just an analyst.
You hyping me up.
But like Warner Brothers or somebody, like they're gonna get into the streaming service. They have
maybe
to.
Hulu.
Like no, Hulu's owned by Disney. They're not gonna get that. Wait. And Hulu's actually. And the funny thing is, Hulu actually is like grown a lot from the graphic.
It has actually.
Like they have a lot of good content, and people are subscribing to it.
It'd be more like them buying Paramount would make more sense, because come on, Halo was their top show. That tells you a lot, bro.
Yeah, I
think it's Star Trek and Halo or something like that, like both those.
Well, let me give a few shout-outs here, Zucker. You want to cue these up, but I got to give a big shout-out to Infinite Umber, man. We were talking the other day. Every time I'm at a party with Umber, like we're laughing. Also, only on Xbox, we played some 2K earlier. Mr. Destruction, Mr. Bushido, and of course, Gizmo. Shout out to you, buddy. Everyone else, man. Everyone else in the chat, go ahead.
All right, so we got Elvin Gully. He says, screw Netflix. I want Warner Brothers, Embracer Group, and the devs that make Plague's Tale and Greedfall.
Damn, you greedy.
Damn, that's a lot of, buy them all, bitch. We got Nano Polymath. It's just an ad partnership, not an acquisition. Yahoo's are fraud. They're not buying Netflix. Yeah, it might be. Who knows?
Why don't they just buy Netflix, EA, Ubisoft? They just buy them all. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Screw it. We got Ganga in denial. He says, $1 for every day we miss dealer. Look at that, $13.
$5.
He missed you.
Hey, appreciate you, brother.
Every day. Here's a quarter.
Okay.
I've never missed you.
That's a lie. Right from hell. Are we
it
good?
Is. I missed you.
Dog's anus.
Yeah, that's all.
We got to give a shout out to over 800 people already watching this live, guys. We started about 10 minutes late. Thanks for joining us. Hit the like button. Tell the buddies you were live. And it feels good to be back. It honestly does. I'm not 100%, but I'm still trying to stall while I'm multitasking.
One more. Nano Polymath. More chance in Zalker playing on Xbox than Microsoft buying Netflix.
That's actually true.
You bitch.
This is
get off.
He's downloading Dusk Falls right now on the box.
I totally am. Dude, that game is 69 gigs.
Speaking of Dusk Falls, it's called Dusk Falls, right? I have it as Dusk Falls. Yeah. So I keep forgetting the fucking name because I'm just kind of shocked that this is what they went all in on this year, kind of. But I want to know if people played it in the chat. Like, what do you guys think about it? It's 70 gigabytes. I'm guessing most all that is audio. Audio is a massive portion of what you're downloading when you play games. I don't know, man. I mean, apparently, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is it Metascore wise? Not that it's the end all be all, but I definitely like a 92 better than a 72.
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now. It's 76.
All right, so banger. So I mean,
I went to go download it. I went to download it to play before the the show, and I was like, I'll get it in, and then I'm like 60 gig. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Guess I'm not playing it now.
I can expand a little bit about the game and my feeling towards the game.
You
so
played
far.
it, right?
Yeah, I played the first
Perfect.
chapter already. And it's complete and utter trash. Now I'm just kidding,
my
guys. It's not. No. The game is, look, when you first fired it up, for me anyway, when I first fired it up, it reminded me of watching back in the day when I was young. There used to be this show where a guy would read a book to you. You know, it was a kid's show, and he would he would basically draw it, and it would just go from like one frame to the next, and it would be like a totally different, like almost a totally
Rogers?
different scene. And so when he would do this, like, this game is like one frame per every 3 seconds or something. It reminded me kind of that.
So it's like a
It's
point
not
and
really
click.
something. It's a point and click, and it's not a game where you control the character at all. You don't move him. You don't do anything. You just basically watch. It's like watching a movie and interacting with it. It honestly, I didn't think I would like it at all when I started it. I hated the way it looked, and I was like, I can't get into this. But then I started listening to the narrative, watching it play out, and I go, you know what? It's interesting, at least. The story's interesting. So again, I beat the first chapter, and I think it's pretty interesting so far. I think I'm going to continue with it and probably beat the game. So
Wow.
yeah, I think it's a pretty decent little indie title. It is what it is. I mean, they didn't hide anything when they showed this game off. It looks just the way it plays, and yeah,
Yeah.
so far I think it's pretty decent. I think maybe the meta score is probably right on the money.
Look
I
at
think
fucking
it's not bad.
Fonz.
Wow,
Look at
you-
Fonz. Like I'm actually gonna play the game now because Fonz is like usually Fonz is like it's trash, fucking sucks.
Never played
Like,
it.
look-
Never liked it. It's trash.
No, like
No,
even when he
no.
plays it, he'll give it a chance. He'll just be like, yo, it's not my thing.
Okay, so in games, I like a good narrative, and this one has a really good narrative so far. And I think that's what captivated me with it. I'm not looking at it as an action adventure game because it's clearly not, but it's a fun game for what it is.
Well, you heard it right from Fonzarelli. It's the best game he's ever played.
My favorite game of
favorite game.
2022. Yeah.
Favorite game. But
Screw Elden Ring.
by the way, I see you, Bushido, man. I see. We're gonna definitely catch you super chats real quick, Doc. We can move forward. I got a pretty interesting topic next.
All right, let's
I
go.
like
I'll
it.
do. What do we got here? Amanda Planet. Well, we read that. Jay Blaze says, "Been playing Halo co-op beta. Other than the crashing, I enjoy it a lot. Well, hopefully it stops fucking crashing." We got Mr. Bitcheeto. Yeah, Bitcheeto. That's
It's
right.
Bushido.
I remember. I know who it is. I remember him in the parties just talking shit. Don't laugh at Umbra. He steals my material. Glad to see you doing better, dealer.
Oh shit, Umber, you
Why
hear
you
that?
talking shit? I heard that. Shoguns, remember for 34 months, Dusk Falls off my list of games to play. What a wow.
Oh shit, damn. Shogun said, fuck.
Now we got Infinite Umbra. He says, glad you're doing better, dealer, my brother. Shout out RDX crew. I formally request a timeout on Mr. Bitcheeto N7. He stalks me and steals my ideas. Jesus, now there's a war going on within Super Chats with these idiots.
There's
Fuck.
some war.
Yeah, we got G-Bone. He says, Forza looking sick. Cannot wait to play it. Man, it does look insane, honestly. I want to play it right now, but I'm on this trash podcast. God.
No, man. And, and I streamed this at 1080p because, I tried upgrading the show to 4K. For those who don't know, I got a new overlay and everything coming. It's fucking badass. It's something that's going to be hard for people to kind of replicate. And it looks awesome. And when I do upgrade this, which it's in the works right now, I'm going to also be launching the show on podcast services and God, figure out what the fuck I need to do to get the show up to 4K streaming because it's not easy. Like I tried on my Threadripper and everything. I was only able to get like 47 frames streamed and uploaded. So no wonder these motherfuckers are streaming everything at 1080p 60 because this shit is demanding to stream 4K 100%. But we try to make it look as good as possible. We got another topic here. Former EA CEO attacks developers, kinda. I don't know if you guys remember John Riccatello. Riccatello, I think he was the CEO around the time of Battlefield 3 and stuff. The time where they actually at least put out some games. Now he's the CEO of Unity. He apologized for calling devs just basically dumb fucks for not focusing on
He
monetization.
did. He called them fucking idiots. He's like
idiots.
He said
like,
the
yeah.
biggest fucking idiots. That's what he called them. And I don't know how you misconstrue that, old Johnny. I just don't understand how you're gonna, you just had to apologize.
How do you turn back from that? Like, how do you do a total 180 from calling, other devs big fucking idiots?
But he said he called all developers not focusing on monetization big fucking idiots. That's like, okay, well,
but how do you come back from that and come back and apologize for something like that? Because honestly, if I was working on a game that was, say, single player and not really focused on any kind of monetization, be like, no, fuck you, fuck your apology.
Well, here's the best part, Fonz. Here's his actual apology. He says, he's after that. I called him big fucking idiots. He said,
"Hold on, can I get full context of what he really said? The whole thing, like he didn't say game devs. He basically go ahead, but I mean, I just want to say full context of what he said.
Listen,
like
he said my word choice was crude. I am sorry. I am listening and will do better.
My word choice was crude, but I don't apologize for saying it. Really. I
don't apologize to you, fucker.
He called it clickbait. He said it's clickbait out of full context. Deeply sorry for what I said. Offended any game dev. Absolutely love the people that make games. Creative hard work. # unity. Unity.
Yeah. Of
what he said is.
He said they're the biggest fucking idiots if they don't focus on monetization.
No, so what he says is when asked about pushback from developers to monetizing their games in the early process, the veteran CEO said it's only a small number who don't operate that way. This is what he said. I quote: "Some of these people are my favorite people in the world to fight with. They're the most beautiful. They're the most beautiful and pure, brilliant people. They're also some of the biggest fucking idiots."
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He said that with his chest, man. That guy was honest about that. He really feels like if you're not working towards, monetizing your game, that you're a fucking idiot. And you know what? That's his prerogative. But at the end of the day, that's slimy. I look at you like the bigger fucking idiot because I want to play those games that devs are making that don't have anything to do with those microtransactions and bullshit like that. So, yeah, but yeah, he said that with his chest. He meant it. His apology was weak. He really didn't apologize for it. He basically just said, you know what? My choice of words were crude. But
you know what, though?
Idiot,
I don't actually care. I mean, yeah, it's fucked up. But, the guy was like, you're allowed to speak your mind, and sometimes I guess if that's his opinion and he thinks people are idiots if they're not focused on monetization first, I'm probably guessing he's not the artistic guy in the background that's creating projects out of passion. He's the guy that's there to make money, and I guess that's his perspective. But I would very, very harshly disagree.
EO too, so it's all about money for him anyway. So I mean, he's looking for that next.
Good luck at Unity.
Unity. Yeah.
By the way,
I mean, I think everybody's here to fucking make money. I don't like some devs are like, they do go in making games to fucking have monetization. It's very rare where we get somebody like a From Software who just puts out a game and is like, fuck off everyone. and like Elden Ring and just wrecks house, or people like Respawn with Jedi Fallen Order, right?
Facts.
They put the monetization. Yeah, and then they put out games like Apex Legends where it is monetization and all that stuff. Like it's just all different. Like I understand, like I don't take the bullshit of like devs make shit. All of them make shit for passion. It's a job.
That's true, Zucker. It's true. But at the end of the day, these single player games, guess what? They're still making money.
Yeah.
Now they might not be making as much as a Fortnite. Don't get me wrong, but they're still making money. That does not make them idiots.
No, it doesn't make them idiots. I'm not. If you're like, we're going to make this core game around microtransactions, then yeah, you're an idiot. You got to make it around the game first and then add that shit later. Like that's just what everybody should be doing. But if you have if you're going to make an online game and you don't want to put any in there, then yeah, you kind of are a fucking idiot. Like you need some way to make money for it to make sense in the business end. Like I'm just saying, like I don't like the whole passion stuff. Like most devs, it's a goddamn job.
Look, unlike a lot of jobs, these jobs are mainly, they're part of the arts, right? And a lot of people that work in that field, and that's what I'm saying. Like you understand it's about passion, and that's why you actually go to do it because you love doing it. Rarely are you gonna find someone to go be a game developer and doesn't like video games. Like it's extremely fucking rare.
I understand that, but you also see the game developers switching studios like every other fucking month because
they need a job.
They're chasing the money. Yeah. Well, they need a job, and they also are chasing like the promotion and the money. To me, I look at it as a business.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. It's a business. I don't think he should apologize for anything. I think he's right. I think the developers should be going all out to make as much money off of their games as possible.
What?
Obviously not. Obviously not.
I
with
mean,
the
no, hold on. I don't know about all that.
Hey, you know, the topics are decent, but it's not that great.
Hold on, not
No,
for like,
no,
you know,
it's good.
not a million transactions, microtransactions in your game. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time,
That's what
you
he's
know,
wanting. That's the kind of shit he's talking about, D. He
Unity.
wants to make them he wants to maximize his profits any way he can in these games. And anybody else that doesn't do this, they're fucking idiots.
but at the same time, I as a businessman, I understand that. Like, you want to make as much money as possible.
But it's slimy.
Anyway, it's John Riccatello. I don't give a fuck.
G-Badge is like, yeah, I'm going to
I
pat
want
him on the
spaghetti.
back. I want all my games to have microtransactions.
Within reason, of course. Not like a million microtransactions. It's got to be within reason. Something that's not going to alienate the player base of whatever game you're trying to maximize your profits out of. But at the end of the day, you're in the business to make money. Yeah, some of these guys, it's a dream job, and yes, they have a lot of passion at it, but believe you me, at the end of the day, they want to make dollars, and you should be pushing to make as much money as you can off of your games. If it's DLC, if it's valued content, you know, as long as you're not alienating the base of the player base of the game that you're promoting.
Which we would. This is why we are understandably like, I don't know, because these guys rarely find and walk that tightrope very well at all. But hey, at the end of the day, he's allowed to have his opinion. We all have ours.
Yeah,
Chat, let us know what you think about this whole thing. And I honestly, you know, like I said, it's not the craziest thing that'll be said about it. By the way, Phil, when it comes to Dusk Falls, he says congrats to the team on basically their launch of a unique and innovative game. You can't wait to see everybody kind of carve their own path through the world. They're pushing Dusk Falls, man. And I guess after what you said, Fonz, I'm going to download it.
Okay, so here
try
I'll add something else too. It's apparent that while you're playing, your choices do kind of carve your path through the game. And it does change based on what you choose. So I do see that, even in the first chapter.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll see how that turns out. Zach, you want to grab these few chats, and then we can go forward.
Yeah, we got Biff Rinaldi says, I just got here, start over.
Shout out to you, Biff.
Fuck you, Biff. We got says Spooky, the breathtaking gamer. It's Tuesday and it's RDX time, baby. Just wanted to shout out the best Xbox podcast and panel in the business. Have a great show, gentlemen. Much love. Thanks,
Appreciate it, Spooky.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm doing a Spooky show soon.
Nice. We got ABACAB
72.
That sad thing about Unity is that this is going to make Peter Moore look bad since he works there now. Peter Moore can never look bad.
Peter Moore works where they both the CEOs of EA went there, I guess.
I am not too sure. Peter Moore's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Dude's a badass. Then we got Xbox Obi. He says, Xbox had me playing Power Washer Simulator. Great to see RDX back. Zalki's Fonz, D-Badge, Dealer, and fuck you, Tim. Hit the like button. Savage. And then we got one more. Daniel, Passion Official. I was talking to a dev, an ex-coworker. He was educating about how to pitch my game idea. And the first thing he told me was to have a business plan. Yep. First thing they're going to ask you is how are you going to get returns?
Well, you know, Danny might be a little crazier than some other developers willing to raise some funds in some unorthodox ways.
How about this? You make a good game and it sells. How about that? How about we go back to the way of thinking, that way of thinking?
Fonz, why can't you just run the world, you know?
And it sells.
Fonz, did you think Mad Max was good?
Yes, fantastic.
It didn't sell.
Yeah, you know why? Do you know why? A lot of people just slept on it. It came out during a time when
that's the scary part, bro.
No, it came out during a time when something, I think something else bigger had dropped at that time. I forgot what it was, but something else did, and it overshadowed it.
Something big
what Elden Ring did to the Horizon.
I mean, Wolfenstein 2 is one of the like freaking awesome single player games, like first person shooter brutality, and it literally sold less than 2 million units.
You sold less than 2 million units.
I'm just saying, man, like I love Wolfenstein and it sucks, and this is why we're probably not getting a third. It's because it didn't sell.
Hey, look, you know what else is going to sell 2 million units in the first 20 minutes? There's got a War Ragnarok. We got a release date of 11/9/2022, Odin Day, Wednesday, right? So that's cool, I guess. I mean, a lot of people thought this was going to be delayed. shout out to Riskit and others. And
I know something you don't know.
No, we ain't gonna do that. Risk is cool, but a lot of people did think he's not alone. There was a lot of people who thought it would get delayed. He just was the only one warned 1,000 times not to put it on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, it's coming out this year. That's kind of big, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I started replaying the first one again on PC, and God, that game is just so good. Like, it's just like the combat, everything, like just the world, the detail. Like, goddamn, it's getting me more hyped for November. Like, at this point, I might just take time off and just sit there in the corner on Odin's Day or some shit. I don't know. Like, I'm just excited for the damn game. I want to play it so bad.
Put on a fake beard. But, I mean, hey, Hargy, you regretting selling your damn PlayStation 5 right now?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Why not, Hargy?
Well, I mean, I'll just wait for it to come to PC. It'll come
shit.
there eventually, probably a year or two later, and that's fine. Whatever. It's not like it's a game I absolutely have to play immediately. I'm happy to play it later. It doesn't matter.
Look at Hargeet sticking to his guns.
Shit just rolled off his fucking back like nothing.
He just texted me. Hold on, Hargeet. Would you? Can I get your PS5 for a week? What are you talking about, Hargeet?
For a week. I'm gonna be having to wait at least a couple of months before I play the game because I got to wait for that price to drop.
Oh my God, you're really gonna wait?
Yeah,
he's been doing it for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean,
$70 games is bullshit to me, so I'm not doing it.
So you're not buying God of War because it's $70?
Yep, not day one. No.
Sorry, Nick Marcel. I tried.
60, I'll buy it.
Hold on, I think Fonz, Ghost of Tsushima 2, $70. What's your decision?
Buying it. I'm not buying it.
Damn.
He's like, I'm not buying it. Hides
Fonz
offline.
just did a hard pass on all Sony first-party games. We had a developer on the show, the last show.
Dude, it's not just the Sony games though. It's all of these companies that are selling for $70. I gotta wait. And it's not like I'm saying fuck the game because I really want to play it. It's just I'm saying fuck the price.
I gotta say though, Sony needs to release day and date. Stray, I don't know if it's on the topic. Sorry if it is.
Go ahead.
Just jumping a little bit into it. First of all, I like Stray. I think it's refreshing. I think it's a different type of game. I think it's pretty cute playing with the cat. I like the mechanics in it. It's a pretty good platformer. They're using the haptic feedback. They're using all of the DualSense controller stuff in it, and it's fantastic.
When's it coming to Xbox, OD? That's what we want to know.
One thing I noticed though is that this game was released obviously on PC and on PS5 day and date. Now it is pretty much sold out everywhere on PC because on PC I buy my games cheaper, so I go to the CD key sites and I buy them at a
all the bootleg
price.
Copies are gone, is what you're saying.
These are legit copies. But nonetheless, they were sold out everywhere. I could have bought it last week, and I said, I'll wait a couple of days. I went to buy it last night. It was sold out at all of the key sites. So that just goes to show you that PC guys are really looking forward to playing Sony games. Now, God of War Ragnarok,
selling game in Steam right now.
A damn cat game, chat. A cat game is a top-selling game. I want it on Xbox, damn it.
God of War, if they were to release that game day and date on PC, they would do gangbuster numbers. So they really need to get with it. It's a different, it has nothing to do with the console. Either you play on console or you play on PC. I'm an anomaly. I'm an anomaly that plays on everything, but I'm an anomaly. I'm like the 2%er. Most guys just play on console.
Time out.
Let's chill out all these bragging terms.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on, D. You benchmark on everything. You benchmark on everything, D.
Hey, the Xbox don't have benchmark.
D, but there is a lot of guys that play console and their PC, but some of them honestly choose to play, some of these games on their console and vice versa. Some of them, they choose to play on the PC. So, I mean,
yeah, that's true because on console you get much less cheating, right? So it's easier to play online games.
I'm hearing
on
that there's a
console.
lot less like optimization going on lately with a lot of these new games on PC.
Listen, Jared Bishop in the chat says he would probably pay $70 for Starfield, maybe. I mean, some guys don't mind a $70 price. I just like the fact that Xbox, even though they are not obligated, they are holding to, as of right now, a $59.99 price point.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
I talked about this in the video. I talked about this in the video.
Hang on, D. Go ahead and finish.
On the $70 game issue, if it's a one and done single player game, I can't justify the $70 price tag. If it's a game that has multiplayer, that's going to have multiple DLC coming out, that has long legs, it's going to last you like a year, then we can argue that point. But for one and done games, no way should they be charging $70.
Well, the term one and done is just dumb. I'm not going to go into that. It's not really one and
well,
done.
you know what I mean. Like,
I mean,
okay, a game that you're going to clear like
$70 and it's meant to live on forever, and it was fucking trash.
But a game that you're going to clear and finish in a week to 2 weeks shouldn't be $70. I'm sorry, it just shouldn't be.
Well, I mean, hey, Shane in the chat says they will be charging $70. I hope you're wrong, Shane. I really do, man.
I think eventually it's going to happen.
We're going to find out next year, because there was an article that came out about if Xbox is going to do it. And the funny thing is that they're saying that Xbox just hasn't released a next-gen only game, and they haven't released a game this year.
Neither did Sony, and neither did
No.
Sony,
They're
and
saying
still charging $70.
They're talking about this year. They're like, Xbox hasn't released a game this year, so we don't know.
We
Like,
just
next
dropped two fucking games in Horizon and Halo 7 months ago. Yeah. They didn't charge you more. Their future games, they've not said anything about it. Sony don't even have next gen only games really from the first party, and they're charging you more. I don't think it really has anything to do with anything.
If they do start charging $70, the one thing I will say is, at least for me, I have Game Pass, so I don't have to worry about picking up that new Xbox title. But I fully expect them to go that route eventually, because it seems like it's moving towards that way, the industry standard now, because a lot of publishers are doing it.
Go look at the $70 games on Steam and tell me if you think it's going to go that way, because those people are getting fucking annihilated.
Are they really?
Dude,
Are they really?
PC gamers don't fuck around, bro. When something's wrong, they're like, "Fuck you!" Like they're going after your
steroids.
Dude, they're like that CEO on steroids. Like, I'm just saying.
Hey, by the way, we got to give a big shout out to everybody watching this live, guys. Over 1,000 people watching this live. We started a little late. We do appreciate you for showing up. Hit the like button. Tell a buddy or two about the show. And maybe retweet this bitch on Twitter or Grindr. We do appreciate you. And again, this is Horizon 5 Hot Wheels. Quick tip. Go into the settings and turn off that damn Hot Wheels roll indicator that's on the screen right there. It's fucking annoying. And then also your field of view chase cam, put it to 49 on the close one if you want it to be like the regular game, because they pulled it back. And it makes the game, it's not applied here in this footage. I learned it later. Again, this was me dying of COVID trying to get through this a week ago. But again, that's what we're playing. Thanks for watching, guys. We do appreciate it.
Another tip there, too, for that game. Go ahead and make your car invisible. Have fun.
Don't follow Fonzarelli at Fonzarelli.
You're such a fucking asshole.
But God of War Ragnarok, some people, they got to play it day one. That's 11/9/22. Others like Hargy, he said, fuck it, I don't need a PS5. I'm good. I'll wait a year or two for it to come to PC. Is that what you really think, Hargy? It's coming a year or two?
I think it'll be 2 years. I don't know. They don't seem to be releasing fast enough. Maybe they get better by then. Hopefully it's 6 months. That'd be awesome. But I'm going to guess it's a year and a half.
There's a rumor that the Sony launcher or whatever might be coming out in beginning of next year for the PC. And that they want to make it cross everything, kind of like what Xbox is doing.
Awesome.
That's when I think whenever they start getting that going, that's when those games will come. Because if you look at it, Spider-Man's coming, which everybody was like, Spider-Man's not going there. Everybody was like, Spider-Man's not going there.
Is it coming at a $70 price on the PC?
That's exactly what they want to do. Because if you look at every
unless they release it a few years later,
every game that's been exclusive to Sony, that's Godfall or whatever, God Awful, and Final Fantasy, anything that's tied with Sony Forspoken on PC is $70. Right. So they're trying to set that precedent across all platforms.
That's the stuff that's like day and date, pretty much.
Well, yeah, but that's what they're trying to set a precedent for. They're trying to set that precedent across all platforms.
But if you look at God of War, Days Gone, it was $20 or whatever cheaper by the time it came out. So I guess we will see how long it takes. By the way, I was talking to somebody on Xbox, a subscriber that watched this show, and they were talking to me about a Mega Man collection that Sony are locking down, Final Fantasy, Forspoken. I mean, with all of these deals that they're doing, they're kind of extending 2-year contracts now. They're keeping stuff off other platforms longer than ever, and it's to bolster themselves while they build their own first-party stuff. Is this going to get to a point where it's going to get really fucking annoying waiting years for, things like the stuff I just mentioned? Is that going to get really annoying to you, Fonz?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's going to be completely annoying. I mean, look at what's been going on with Final Fantasy VII Remake. We expected that on Xbox. What was it, 2 years ago? We're like, oh, maybe that'll
A
be
year ago, yeah.
6 month. Yeah, it'll be like a 6-month wait for it. And then they were like, no, maybe it's going to be pushed to a year. It's been like what, two years now at least that game has not
over
dropped.
2 years.
Yeah, and this is going to keep happening. I mean, and it sucks that this is what they're resorting to basically to compete in a way. You know, and I feel like it's maybe a lack of studios for them. Maybe they don't have too much they can put out, you know, with their studio, their first party. But
So they're going to pay for more deals. That's a good
I think
point
they're gonna
because they
pay
have
for
less
more
studios,
deals.
right?
Yeah, I really
Well,
think
let's not
they're-
fucking say that. Let's fucking chill.
What do you
Well,
mean?
well,
no,
right
no,
now,
let's not say that.
that's what's happening.
That's the case.
I mean, no, I'm
really
saying
think
even
about
with
what
these
they're
fir-
coming out with.
I mean, they've brought out a lot of first party games this year alone. I'm just saying, and these third party deals are something that
But
they've
what I'm
always
saying
done.
is,
Yeah,
I
but they're
know
doubling down on
we
them
know
more now than
Sony.
usual.
We know Sony, and they still have the same amount of studios they have from last generation. I think they added a couple more, but they're smaller studios like Housemarque. But if you look at that situation, when they come out with games like this, and they're kind of like back to back, then you're waiting an even longer time for their next big first party game. You're going to see that there's going to be, after God of War, then you're going to be waiting a while before you see Naughty Dog drop anything. You'll have Spider-Man 2, because of course that uses a lot of the same assets and stuff that they were using from the first. But then
Quit being toxic, Fonz, okay?
You're just not going to
Hold on. I think Naughty Dog. I think Naughty Dog is going to bring
You're
out
gonna-
something next year with factions because they're using the same assets from Last of Us 2 that
Factions?
they've already. Yeah, I think it's going to be.
I'm
They said it's
talking
going to be a
about-
completely
Yeah, I
new
mean,
game.
they're going to bring
I'm
out
talking
games.
about
And
big-
Xbox needs to bring
they're
out
big
games, and
experiences.
you know,
I think
guys,
everybody's going to bring out
They're
games. But
competing.
what I'm
What-
saying
yes,
is the
yes,
reason
but
the
they're
reason why it's
competing.
happening. The reason it's happening. Sony wants to go to PC. That's why they're taking so long. And yeah, these third party deals are going to suck. Look at fucking Deathloop. It's
Yeah,
not even here,
but
and that's
my
an
point
Xbox
is-
studio.
Yeah, but my point
Jet,
is
let us
all
know what you
that
think.
they're using that to compete as well. They get these third-party deals, they hold them for ransom, and they don't let them to their competition. That's just part of the way that they're competing.
they're
That's all I'm
definitely
saying.
doing it a lot more. Think about it. You got Deathloop, you got Ghostwire Tokyo, you got Forspoken, you got Final Fantasy. They are keeping a lot of stuff off of Xbox right now. You got games like Stray, which are almost assuredly some kind of deal, right? They're keeping a lot of stuff off Xbox right now, and that's why somebody was bringing it up to me in a party. You know, this is kind of getting a little bit annoying, and that means it's working, and they are doing that to bolster themselves while they build out first-party content. And I think Microsoft
Xbox is
could
doing it with
probably more
Darktide.
strategically place their money into maybe a bigger game. Like, imagine if they had even at least shown off bigger games at their own show. That would have been big, right? Callisto Protocol stuff. But it seems like they're just kind of going with stuff like Dusk Falls and I got to say the global publishing.
They got Dark
you know,
Tide. They got Dark Tide.
Dark Tide,
right? Like
which
Dark
is
Tide
good.
is a big game, and that's an exclusive one, and it's going on all platforms, but it's exclusive to Xbox.
It's
for
definitely
who
not exclusive for
knows.
years though. It's probably like 6 months.
No, it's probably 3 months or 6 months. That's how Xbox does it. They don't pay for long exclusivity. They're
I
just
mean,
like,
no.
we'll
they
pay
used
for a
to.
little bit.
And
Yeah, they
that's
did
why-
with Tomb Raider, but yeah.
And that's why with what PlayStation's doing is they're making certain games synonymous with PlayStation, or at least in people's minds. They think Final Fantasy, they think PlayStation. And that's what they're doing with these games, and they will sell more consoles because they're holding a lot of these games ransom. It's just, it's just competition. I get it, but it does suck. I don't like that they're doing that with multiplats.
And and the High on Life game too is exclusive.
Hey, shout out to Pyromat. He says, "Well, hashtag PlayStation. PlayStation has no limits. For the players. Yeah, he said he couldn't resist, man. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you. But yeah, I just figured I'd bring that up real quick for a subscriber of the show. And again, we do have an interview with the creative director of Playground. I did that interview with him yesterday. Their embargoes were kind of trash, so I wanted to work this into here. And at the beginning of the show, a lot of people said they wanted to hear it. So at some point, we'll definitely play that interview with the creative director of Playground, and we'll talk about some Hot Wheels stuff and all that. But Xbox closing in on the ABK deal. I was going to come to Tim Dog for this because we talked to a few people behind the scenes, and we had some unique perspective on this, I guess. But I guess I can let Zalker take this. This is something that apparently it's wrapping up much sooner than possible. Or it could, rather, if they don't have any other requests in the next 30 days, then they could be forced to move forward, correct? So what are your thoughts on how fast this could actually close out. I want Hargeet and I want Zalker and Hargeet, and then I'll be back.
Yeah, so I'll jump in. I'll jump in right now. Hargy, you jump in when I'm done. So yeah, the FTC basically asked for some information. Xbox provided it. So now the FTC has 30 days to basically ask for any more information to make it like, stage 3 or whatever the hell it is. And then from there, if they don't ask for anything, the deal closes in the United States next month. So this could like really wrap up in August for the United States. Then the UK has, I think, European. Hargy, you had the details on that about September 1st. You want to go into that?
Yeah, so I did a little bit of digging. So there's actually a public article from the UK administration on what's the next what's the process. They have an open. Anybody can put in an issue if they have an issue up till tomorrow, and then on September 1st they have to finish phase 1. So that's the deadline the UK government has. The EU, I took some liberties in trying to figure out when it would have started and when it could be finishing. And in my estimation, based on the stuff that we've heard from Microsoft and from some of the other people, it should finish or be the deadline would be somewhere mid to late September. So the EU would finish around then. If China's involved, which I hear it kind of is, then that would be also in that time frame. So somewhere around September, China would also be complete. Assuming, of course, nobody says, no, you're blocked. If you're blocked, then you're in trouble. Then the whole thing takes years.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to repoint out, as I've said multiple times on this show, there was never any legitimate threat, in my opinion, to something like this actually going through, because a lot of the hearsay and what if and fear mongering was exactly that. Like I said it months ago, I don't think it's 50-50 if the deal goes through or any of that shit. Like, the deal's going through. It's not a fucking monopoly. They're still behind, even after the acquisition, when it comes to the areas that count. Like we were talking about yesterday, Hargeet. Pokemon and Mario alone for Nintendo. What is it, 90 billion and 30 billion, respectively?
Exactly. Yeah, they're
Crazy.
so huge. It's basically add those two up, it's the rest of the industry. And Nintendo owns both.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's just the video games.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's absolutely huge. And again, there was a lot of people trying to push out this fact, or this whatever fact, quote unquote, that, it's in danger and then it might not happen. And, I think that's why Microsoft put down a lot of money as a penalty if it didn't go through, because they were confident that it would go through. Now, I mean, Fonz, we've been keeping up with this stuff. I mean, it's one of the biggest things to happen in the community. Well, it's the biggest fucking thing that Xbox has ever done. $70 billion on this. And hearing that it could possibly go through in something like even, later this year, that could mean maybe, not that those things would be in Game Pass right when that deal went through, but you could potentially get a lot of other games in Game Pass if something like this goes through sooner than later, right?
Yeah, I could potentially see a lot of their older titles going in right away. And I'm excited for it to go through as soon as possible for Diablo 4 myself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I cannot wait for that game. Like Docker, I already told you we'll play together on that as well. That's going to be a blast, man.
But you hate co-op.
No. Diablo. I that's an exception, man. Diablo games are just amazing, and they're better. Those are better with friends. The Diablo games are amazing. But yeah, I think this deal could go through sooner rather than later, though. Because I really don't see anything against it. I mean, like you've said, you've already mentioned it. They're not the biggest. Even after this. It doesn't make them a big monopoly in the gaming scene. There's so much bigger competition.
The labor union thing that passed like 2-3 weeks ago. Yep. That basically are like, yeah, we're okay with this deal. That was I think that was the big jump of like, okay, because the FTC, the number one thing they were looking into is if it's okay for the employees of the company. Like, that was a big thing that they were looking into. And if the labor's like, yeah, we're cool. Like, then it's like, all right, well, the fuck you looking into it for then, right?
That's
like,
all I see is green lights, bro. That's all I see.
Yeah, we on Drag Street right now.
I think it's going to clear this year, to be honest with you. All signs are pointing to by the end of the year, we're going to have this acquisition finalized. And I think it's fantastic. I think we're going to get a lot of those old titles in there right away. Yep. I don't know the contract that they have in place now with Sony for Call of Duty, because I think Sony has... Who has the marketing for Call of Duty this year? Is it Sony?
Sony, but then that shit was signed years ago.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what that contract entails, but it would be awesome to see this in Game Pass like before the end of the year, like as soon as this is finalized, to see it. Yeah, coming to Game Pass next week. That would be just awesome, man.
It'd be
And
crazy.
I gotta say, I'm looking forward to this year's Call of Duty. Looks like it's going to be epic, not like the trash can of a game that we had last year. It's the first game that I've said many times that I actually stuck to it and I didn't.
You
play
said
it.
I'm committed. I didn't buy it.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
yeah. I have no interest. Listen, we're tired of World War I, World War
Listen,
II.
D-Batch, now's not
we
the
want
time.
more.
This isn't the fuck Vanguard soapbox hour, okay, sir?
Okay, all right.
I've already. Listen, Vanguard is better than I initially gave it credit for because I'm enjoying the zombies mode and the multiplayer. Even though you got laser sights and all kinds of dumb shit, is okay because it feels so damn good to play. Like the gunplay is still good in it, and you can't get over that. But I gotta give a few shout outs. Salker, line up for these chats here. Gotta give a shout out to Jacob. We got Dipped One. We've also got Valorian. Shout out to you, brother, longtime viewer, as well as Tails, K12U, and so many others. Jedi Knight, Peter, Dan, Nano Polymath, Dave. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. And hit the like button if you haven't. And I'm sorry for the coughs. Go ahead, Zucker.
Yeah, so we got Pyro Matt. He says, well, PlayStation has no limits. PlayStation for the players. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Good morning from the UK, RDX. He took all the L's out of the PlayStation and players, by the way. We got Elvin Gully. He says, I love how cutthroat Sony is. I wish Xbox was as ruthless as Sony. They spend money to get exclusives. Xbox spends $70 billion to make COD for PS5.
Oh, my God.
God damn.
Savage.
Yeah, if the ABK, this is Garuda Intruda, he says, if the ABK deal closes this year and everything hits Game Pass immediately, including Diablo 4, COD, and legacy titles, 2022 goes from a big fat L to a W, in my opinion. People still don't get how huge this is. They really don't, and that's something that I wanted to get into in a second, but I'm going to get the last super chats from Splendiferous, member for 9 months. Just tweeted RDX out. Glad Dealey's feeling better. I'm looking forward to playing co-op Peppa Pig with Dealer later tonight. Hit that like button.
Jesus Christ. Jedi Knight Peter, by the way, he says, do you think ABK deal will go through this year? I have no idea. I agree with Capono, I think it was in the chat, who said, hey, it's a $70 billion like deal. Like, take the time you need, get it done properly, and don't fuck this up. Well,
it's also people were like, well, Sony just closed the Bungie deal. It's over. It's done. I'm like, dude, they bought one studio for one game. This is completely different. They're buying like 17 AAA studios.
Hey, they updated the fans, the Bungie fans. They updated them, and the replies underneath the Bungie tweet were a lot of PlayStation fans thinking that Bungie still made Halo.
That's still happening.
Did you see that? Like when they updated?
Yeah,
I did. I thought it was Xbox fans trolling them.
No, there was people that honestly did feel like they thought that Halo.
They were like Halo on PlayStation. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh my God,
it's great stuff, Chad.
At least we know they're dumb. But as for the APK, like the Activision Blizzard deal, if it does happen, by the end of this year or November. Like, they're just in time for not only Diablo 4, but the new World of Warcraft expansion comes out, which would be huge for the PC market where they get Game Pass subscribers. Like, there's so many doors that open with COD and all those. Like, it's insane. Like, that's if I hope it does close this year. I think it's going to close next year, February, March. That's just me. But we'll see what happens. I can't wait because everything in there, everything that, Blizzard, I've said multiple times, my favorite developer of all time. I've been playing StarCraft, like I'm beating the campaign again. Like it just, God, just hurry up. Get it done. And then make a goddamn
you still
RTS.
buy those games, even if they're not owned by Xbox.
I'm still going to buy them, bitch. I always do.
I'm getting to the point now, chat, where I'm like, motherfuckers, you can buy games that ain't on Game Pass, There's so many people out there like, I'll just wait for it to come to Game Pass. I'm like, all right, well, hey, you still have to wait 6 to 8 months to play something great like Guardian. I guess if you're not worried about it, do what you do. But, we can also still buy these games. Like, that's why I'm excited no matter what. That's why it's not really a big deal if it goes through for me this year personally, because I was going to get Modern Warfare 2. I was going to play anything pretty much that they were going to release that I was already interested in. I wasn't necessarily waiting for Game Pass, like Hargy, who probably will. He said Big 10-4.
He's like, yeah, I will. Like, he's like, yeah, no shame in my game.
Yep. And I'm
Well,
not.
I
I'm
mean,
not
I spend
shaming. I'm
my
just saying
budget
people are
on
different.
Giving everybody else games.
What
we
was
got
that?
John Quinn Branch.
I-
He said, "Oh, go ahead, Hargy."
Yeah, I spend my budget on giving everybody else games.
Yeah, that's true.
In the chats.
Argy's like Game Santa, just flinging games out of his beard to the chat.
You get one. You get one. Sony fan comes in there. He just punches him.
Fuck you,
Fuck
Pony
out of here.
Yeah.
Take a cat, bitch. So we got Joaquin Branch. He says this year's COD, Warzone 2, and COD 2024 has Sony marketing. They're skipping 2023, so new CODs won't hit Game Pass till 2025.
Joaquin, how come we haven't gotten Joker 2 first and foremost, and secondly, how can you possibly know all that, man? You're so smart.
Damn. I mean, they had the marketing deal on MLB, and look where that is. We got money. We got money. We got Moneybag 97. If they could remake Activision Marvel games, get licensing done, be big. That's up to Xbox, man. It seems like Xbox is like avoiding every big license.
Yeah.
Like they want to create their own stuff at this point. Like
Dusk
that's
Falls,
I'm just saying, man. Like after seeing that Marvel thing, where people like Nintendo has a freaking Marvel game exclusive. So does Sony. It's like at some point, it's like, what are you doing? Like, go get one of these IPs and put
Maybe
it
they'll
on
bring
your
back
best studio.
Blinks the Time Sweeper.
Hey, chat, let us know what Marvel game you may or may not want to see from Xbox. And honestly, they don't need to do something like that, but it would be nice to have
Punisher.
them
Punisher.
competing, right?
I think
bit.
Xbox and Punisher would fucking fit perfect. Like with id doing it or something. Like, come on.
Listen, Zucker,
They
never
brought
offer any ideas publicly ever again, okay?
Hey, they
I will do what I
brought
want, bitch.
Oh, Xbox is like they brought you Spider-Man and Wolverine. We'll bring to you Recore 2.
You know what, Zucker?
Banger.
You really got me thinking there, man. Punisher would actually be a perfect fit, man. You know,
I'm telling you.
kind of in the style of Max Payne, like in the same vein, but obviously Punisher with all of the lore. Holy shit!
Lore!
That's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah,
Man.
you know what I'm going to do? Jedi Knight Peter says make Hargy a permanent member. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a Discord thing. Holy shit. I'm trying. I'm going to start a Discord thing. And I'm going to call it The Bench, and it's going to be a row, right? And anytime fucking Tim Dog has to go to the masseuse or whatever the fuck his thing is next week, then we're like, hey, I need someone from the bench to jump in the show. And we can just try to slap people in and try things out. You know what I'm saying? Bring some new energy to the show.
Yeah.
Masseuse.
What the fuck?
Why not?
I know I'm not the energy problem. All right? I'm half dead over here. I do want to thank Hargy for jumping in here and being awesome.
You're that coughing problem. Tell you
I
that much.
know. It's a
Hey,
double-edged
leave him
sword.
alone. He's been sick.
It's a double-edged sword, damn it. And we got to give another shout-out to everybody watching this live. Guys, hit the like button. Tell a buddy to we're live. We do appreciate it. Over 1,000 people watching during the most slow, dead time of the year. And we're just bringing you all the news and information that's out there in case you happen to give a fuck. Also, this is Hot Wheels running on Xbox Series X. I got an interview with the creative director, Mike Brown, from Playground. We're going to play it on the show, and I'll tag him on Twitter because, it's an audio thing. But, yeah, that's kind of neat to be able to talk to the developers who brought us one of the best racing games of all time, Forza Horizon 5, and, of course, Hot Wheels DLC. Thanks to Xbox for sending that my way, right? And I thought other people might have gotten to interview Mike as well, but no, it was just me apparently. And I think that's kind of cool. So I just want to say thanks to Xbox. All the shillings paid off. I'm just kidding. Definitely. We've been very critical.
You got the chair.
We have been very critical of Xbox, and they've said it
Dude,
themselves.
he's got a green chair. Don't let him know.
Cyberpunk chair. Woo!
Nope, green chair.
But Xbox confirmed they're doing Gamescom. And they also confirmed there will be donuts on a chair, on a plate.
Oh my God.
And they will have a presence at the Tokyo Game Show. So wait till then.
No, I'm talking about Gamescom.
Yes, I know.
So when is Gamescom?
It's in August.
I know, but is there a
August.
specific date out there? Like they confirmed they're going to be there.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not going to fucking
August.
happen.
Listen, y'all bitches need to be more hopeful for the future.
Hopeful for what, man? They had one, I remember, was it like 7 years ago? They had one badass Gamescom where they had like a whole stage. It was like a whole other E3. And then ever
24th
since
through the
then,
28th.
They said that was fucking expensive. Fuck.
yeah,
But
they
just
were
never
like,
did it
that was
again.
a lot. Wasn't that the event where they announced, whatchamacallit? Tomb Raider to be exclusive, right? Rise of the Tomb Raider. They're like, Rise of the Tomb Raider exclusive, and then they got all this hate, and they're like, fuck Gamescom ever since then.
It's the biggest gaming event on the planet. I was talking to Archimedes about this. I did his show like last week in the middle when I was dead. Yeah, I mean, over there in Germany, they have this massive event called Gamescom, and Xbox, and I don't know if they'll actually bring anything and show anything off, but they did say they're going.
Yeah, it's a massive European E3 thing. It's the 24th through the 28th of August. So
I just don't think anybody's, I think it's in a terrible month. Like it's like August. It's like, what is somebody going to come out and be like, game's coming out next month? Like all the holiday season's booked. So it's just like a place where people could get together, play some games, and maybe test out some games coming out in the spring. But like other than that, there's nothing ever announced there.
Usually no.
I don't know, Hargeet. Normally you pop in with, actually, the internet said this, bitch, and you're wrong.
Yeah.
Did they not announce anything cool there?
Not this time.
Damn it.
Not this
They
time.
told us it's going to be the same stuff they've already talked about.
Fuck!
There's really
Yeah.
nothing.
See?
Sorry.
Damn it,
Everybody
Shannon
knows what
Loftus.
Outside of like the Game Awards, right, and maybe an XO, we know what's happening with Xbox for the next 12 months.
Okay, let's
So-
be honest. At the Game Awards, you're going to see something from Hellblade 2.
I can't wait for Walking Simulator 2.
I heard it from Tim Dog.
Fire.
Tim Dog, where is he?
Oh my God! You should have saw this picture somebody made of Rand.
Oh my God.
It says Insider Life, and it's like a guy in the subway sitting in the corner. Like,
Oh,
I was like, man, if he was a real insider, then he would have told us Xbox didn't have shit this upcoming E3. What the fuck?
How dare you, throw Rand Althor?
Rand is one of the more reliable people in the community. There's so many people out there that are frauds that get nothing right, and they're like, I've actually gotten nothing wrong. It's like,
no, Rand's gotten a lot right.
Yeah, Rand is an awesome guy that definitely is smart about what he says publicly, because that motherfucker, he is.
Wow.
He's very, very precise with his predictions, and we love Rand. We gotta have Rand on again.
The man
We do.
with the million.
He seems to wake up in time.
Yeah, he's still sleeping
he's
now.
still asleep. Yeah, he's still asleep.
Hey, we got Dark CMF and stuff in the chat. Zach, you want to grab these and then we can move forward here?
Yeah, let me grab some of these. Assassin89 says, Diablo 4 is a day one buy for me, not waiting on Game Pass. I'm same thing. I'm not waiting for that to come on Game
He
Pass.
said, "Fuck it, I'm buying it."
I own every single Blizzard game.
You are one
Every
of the
single
cheapest
one.
bastards in the universe. I don't want to hear that shit.
I'm trying to get a house, bitch. We got Spooky, the birthday gamer. He says Xbox and Stranger Things or The Boys for a game. The Boys, easy. Violence and fucking
Kojima already
craziness.
made that game, you know?
Kojima had fuck. God damn. He's like, I had an idea just like this, but didn't make it. We got Splendivorous. Hargeet has that evil ass human fall flat laugh. Damn. He does though. Hargeet, when you laugh, you do have like an evil laugh.
Not like a chipmunk with a machine gun. I can't even do it right now.
You're about to die. We got Dark CMF, unusual circumstances, but I agree with Zalker on this one. Punisher would be a great fit. Hit the like button, chat. Fuck you, Dark. What do you mean, unusual?
Hey, he just agreed with you, bitch. You're lucky. That's rare.
For an unusual circumstance, whatever.
Listen,
Kick
give a
this
shout out
guy.
to Cedric H.
Boss Mod, Lethal, ban him, thanks. We got Cedric H. I would love to see a Spawn game made by Ninja Theory. I don't want to see Spawn just walking for 30 minutes. I want to see him doing cool shit. I'm a hater.
Don't listen to Zalker when it comes to Hellblade. This motherfucker got 10 minutes into it. Didn't even fight nobody, probably.
I
And he's
did
talking
fight those
shit.
people and they went away. Then you got your ass kicked and you go through the doors and you got to unlock. I'm just walking a lot.
Hey, listen.
It looks great.
Hellblade is a lot of walking.
Listen,
It is a lot of
Cedric, I like your idea. The potential and possibility for a Spawn game, it would be pretty fucking cool.
It would.
Code
We got
from Hargeet. Look at that. Call of Duty Vanguard. Pick it up, guys.
Woo!
Woo. I got
thanks,
it.
Hargeet.
Hargeet giving away
Video
Call of
game.
Duty Vanguard. Check out the chat.
Video Game Santa. We got Joaquin Branch. He says, I know because I trust Tom Henderson. And Joker 2 is almost wrapped. Spoilers. I kill Harley. But
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Shout out to Joaquin. He's following the right people on Twitter.
He is. We got Papa Boko.
Baco, bitch.
72. It's Boko. There's no A.
Shout out to Papa Baco. I'm calling you that forever.
Fuck you. We got, he said, shout out to Dealer and the awesome panel. Don't forget to hit the like button and support these fellas. Appreciate you.
Thank
and then,
you very
of course,
much.
Hargate with his little Vanguard code.
yeah, hit us up if you have, or if you get the code. Let us know who won the code. We'd like to know who won the code. Every time you win the code, let us know who won the code. So yeah, they're doing it at Gamescom. No idea what they could go into more detail about. I wouldn't expect anything big, like Hargeet said. They've already confirmed they're not really talking about anything new, and we know that because their E3 event was basically fuck off, check back in 12 months. So we know they're not really going to be talking about much else, right? For a while, which isn't fun. Did you guys hear about PlayStation Stars?
Oh, I heard something about Stars. It's kind of like their rewards program, right?
Yeah, they're copying Xbox, according to Zucker.
Yeah,
What?
Xbox. You got some biters out there.
Yeah, I mean,
Some
it's a good thing
biters.
because they just announced that they're ditching everybody on Twitter. PlayStation support no longer will be findable on Twitter August 1st. So they're kind of decreasing their online presence. That's something about Sony and the CEOs and a lot of the developers, or many of them anyway. There's some really cool ones out there like Barlog and stuff that are very vocal and engaged, right? But Sony support are even now like, fuck off. You know, we're not.
I mean,
we're not
I've never
on
seen
How do
them
you
out
get those?
there.
How do you get the Stars?
Well,
What's
first
the
and foremost,
rewards
you'd have to
program
buy a game.
Oh, yeah,
So you're not getting
you'd
any
have to
rewards.
yeah, I'm not getting any Stars. I got no $70 games.
Fonz is
Oh,
at like a
man.
negative 35 stars.
Yeah.
They're just taking stars from your ass. Like, fuck,
Yeah, they're like, God damn, bro. Like,
Started at 0 and I'm at negative 60. I'm like, what'd I do? You haven't bought a game, bitch.
Chat, let us know. You just got on there to download the PlayStation Plus games you didn't even play. Chat, let us know if you're excited for something like PlayStation Stars. I've said this so many times. Competition is very important. Without PlayStation Plus, we wouldn't have games of gold, which now we hate and wish would die. But you get my point. Competition's important. So they're kind of copying a reward system that's good, and maybe that will encourage PlayStation guys to be happy. I don't know.
Did you say competition is the reason why we have that shitty games with gold? I hate competition.
I didn't word it like that.
Started good.
Listen,
It did start good, and then, for the past 5 years, it's been, basically on life support.
like Noof said, ever
That's
since
just
Game Pass
Xbox has
came
no
around,
games.
hey, but we got to give a shout out to, again, everyone watching live. Hit the like button, tell a buddy to again. We're going to play this interview I did with Playground Games on Hot Wheels. It's going to be a little awkward. We never did this shit like this before. So I guess we're just going to mute our fucking mics, and you can hear me and Mike, the creative director of Playground Games, talk about Forza Hot Wheels and answering them a few questions. And I was, again, half dead with COVID and stuff, but I still tried. And we just want to say thanks for sticking around and listening to the interview. We'll tag Mike on Twitter so you can follow him and stuff.
I'm
But it's-
interrupting the interview the whole time.
Yeah,
I'll stab
I'm gonna ask Mike questions. I got a few questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna narrate.
And listen, when we do this, there's going to be a lot of people in the chat that are jumping in. A lot of people might jump out, but they're going to ask what the fuck's going on. Just tell them it's the interview with Playground Games because we're not going to speak up. It's like 9 minutes long or something. And again, let us know if you play Playgrounds. We'll be in the chat interacting with you guys. But go ahead and go ahead and fire that off.
All right.
First and foremost, I just want to thank you for coming on. You are Mike Brown. You're creative director of Forza Horizon 5, correct?
That's right. That's me.
Obviously, I'll probably tag in Twitter because this is an audio thing we're doing. But again, I just want to thank you guys in the opportunity from Xbox that you guys are sending people out to talk about Forza Horizon 5, Hot Wheels. Horizon 5, obviously one of the best games of last year. I gave it a pretty good review. And you guys are finally dropping DLC, man. Is there anything you just want to say first and foremost? Because this is a labor of love for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely right. This was a concept that we were like so super excited about. I think when you set out to make a DLC, you need to make sure that it's going to really differentiate from the kind of the game that you've already sold to people.
Yeah.
And we just had this kind of core concept for this idea of this kind of floating theme park high in the sky above Mexico, which allows us to do some really kind of fun, creative things. And it's also, pretty crazy. And when you imagine if there's no visuals and you've just got to describe this to people as it is my job when I have to get approval to do these things. Once we start building it and you can see how awesome it looks, obviously it's much easier to kind of make people believe that it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But it's been a really, really fun concept and one that the team at Playground have had an absolute ball.
They're saying turn it up, and, Fonz. Again, we were just talking before this little recording, but I am a significant way through this expansion. I've been playing it for like a week, and I've got to say, you know, it brings back a lot of things from Horizon 3, Hot Wheels, and new and improved. Up in the sky, when you ramp off of the track, you even see Mexico down below you, which is really cool.
Yeah, so you touched on Horizon 3 there, so yes. This isn't the first time we've done a Hot Wheels expansion. Pretty much from the moment we shipped Forza Horizon 3's expansion up until we announced this one, our community had been calling out for more Hot Wheels. It was just an experience that they absolutely loved. Forza, obviously, a game that is mostly based in and around the real world, and even these Hot Wheels expansions, we try to ground them as much as we can and still make it feel like it's kind of plausible that you could maybe do it if you had an infinite budget.
But that's what makes it so cool. That's what makes it feel special, is you've got that Forza handling. I can use my A-Class, my S1 cars I've been building for 7 months in the normal game, bring them over eventually when those classes are unlocked in Hot Wheels, and run that 900 horsepower Mustang or Camaro on these Hot Wheels tracks that I'm already used to and that I'm already a big fan of, right?
Yeah, that's it, right? You can bring all of your cars along with you. The campaign does limit what you can use at certain points, but in the end, you can use everything. And that Forza physics that underpins everything that we do is in full swing. One of the things we can do with Hot Wheels track, which is harder to do with the kind of authentic roads of Mexico, is kind of have those massive, like 90-degree banked corners, which allows our physics system to do, you know, the stuff that real cars do. Like when performance cars are driving really fast, they pack a lot of downforce. They will really hug a road surface. And when we get a road structure that you can get really, really high speeds and it really banks up, we're not doing any shenanigans there. That is the authentic Forza physics system, like sticking the car to the track in a way that,
doing work.
Yeah,
right?
the downforce of the car is fully at work there, keeping your car in place. You know, just like it would in real life if someone were to build a massive Hot Wheels track floating above a country like Mexico.
That's what makes Horizon special, is you then take what are the best open world handling physics and tire modeling, and you stick it on Hot Wheels, and it's even more fun. And like you said, I found it interesting that you guys are running back to a start out in B class, run up to A class, do some challenges, races, get some of these accolades, and you can then unlock, you know, even higher classes. I actually like that. You start slow, end up going fast, and when you get up around S1 class, especially S2, then you're like, wow, I'm really feeling the full Hot Wheels experience. I'm going literally up to 300 miles an hour, right?
Absolutely, yeah, at 300 miles an hour and faster. Yeah, it is that kind of slow cars to fast cars progression is something that certainly there are people within our community that have been asking for. It is traditional, right? That is how racing games used to be. I would say for the base game, Forza Horizon, and for the last few iterations of it, we have found that people, as much as people like some people asking for that progression system, a lot of people just kind of want that instant fantasy fulfillment of getting into a really fast car really soon. So we try and balance that in the main games to kind of give people that fantasy fulfillment as quick as possible. With this game, like I say, there's been a lot of people in the community asking for that kind of slow to fast progression. With Hot Wheels, we know that it's also going to attract a younger audience, an audience that maybe haven't played a lot of driving games, haven't played any games. Maybe if you're a 7-8-year-old kid that really loves Hot Wheels, this could potentially be your first experience of games. And so we don't want you driving at like 300 miles an hour right out of the box.
Start at 30 miles an hour, right?
Exactly, because it is, when you drive at really high speeds, there is challenge that comes with that. So having a progression system that allows people to start out with some slower cars, get used to how things work, get used to how the game works, allows it to kind of have a natural difficulty progression as well, where you start slow.
I like it's a nice change of pace because, like you said, it used to be a little bit more traditional, but now we've gotten away from that a little bit, and it's a nice change of pace for me because I can then systematically build out B-class cars, work out what A-class car is going to work, and then, I like that kind of stuff. So I'm a big fan of what you guys have done here with the Hot Wheels expansion. Speaking of, and I've got to ask you this question, or I'll probably get hit with a rock or something on my podcast, because we've been talking about this. Ever since we saw another game release, Hot Wheels, a lot of us thought we would never see another Hot Wheels DLC, right? Because I didn't know it was a licensing issue. How long have you guys known you were going to actually build this out, and what prevented it from maybe even making a return in Forza Horizon 4? Was this the plan kind of the whole time?
So I think in Forza Horizon 4, we were probably too close to Horizon 3's expansion. And as much as the community were saying, we really want more Hot Wheels, I think we were probably thinking, is it too soon? We were kind of waiting for that perfect opportunity to bring it back. You mentioned the other Hot Wheels game.
Did that affect this at all? Was that like something that you guys were aware of at all?
Well, we were aware of the game. Obviously, I played it when it came out. I still think that what what we're trying to do and what they were trying to do were quite different. They were kind of shrinking the player down to the size of the toy, and we were kind of blowing the toys up to the size of our real world. And I think that in doing that, you end up with two like really distinct games and really distinct experiences. Like we touched on our physics system and stuff already. It's the cars handle and drive like real cars in our game.
I just had to ask. A lot of people were curious about that, and you're right. They do have a different take, and you know, you guys have done it so well. That's why the demand for Hot Wheels games, I think, has probably spiked, which is really a compliment. One last thing, Mike, and again, you know, you've taken over recently the Forza Horizon series, which is massive. The games have reviewed phenomenally well. They're some of the highest rated racing games of all time, and that's in current day, which we all know, you know, it's a lot harder to compete these days. Great games, what I'm trying to say. And it must have been an immense amount of pressure to take over and lead something like that. Any thoughts kind of as somebody who's doing that? And also, when can fans kind of expect to play Hot Wheels? And, you know, any other things you want to add on to that?
Yeah, so, I mean, I've been with the Forza franchise for a long time. Not in my current job title, but I've still been part of the creative teams on Forza Horizon for a very long time. So it wasn't that, it's obviously there's a burden, there's pressure that comes with it, but I was always in and around that space anyway. And I kind of aspired to this role for some time. And I don't think it was, internally, I don't think it was that much of a change or surprise when I took over that role. Honestly, it's been an absolute privilege. The team at Playground is just incredible. And when you come up with ideas for an expansion like this, where you're going like, what if it was like a theme park for cars that's floating in the sky and you want to be able to travel at 325 miles per hour between them? Like, we have a team that can just be like, all right, let's go and do it. And so, honestly, having a job like mine is quite a bit easier when you've got a team like Playground Games to work with.
Again, we've seen you guys grow, independent studio to now part of Xbox Game Studios. I would imagine your powers have grown substantially since then, and I cannot wait to see what you guys are working on next. Hot Wheels, again, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I gotta say, if you're looking for more Horizon 5, you can't go wrong with the Hot Wheels Expedition. Is that what they're calling it?
It's expansion. The Hot Wheels expansion.
I could have swore it said Expedition when I clicked on it on the map.
This is some confusing in-game terminology. So the drive you do at the start to arrive at the festival is the Expedition. The pack itself is an expansion.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
and again, that's you guys can pick that up if you've already got the Ultimate Edition and stuff like that. You can download that. It comes out probably by the time you hear this. If not, Tuesday the 19th should be the day this releases. And Mike, again, I can't tell you, having a lot of fun with it. Multiplayer co-op from the beginning, like that focus a lot. I just want to thank you for coming on and talking about the game. Again, anything you're enjoying about the expansion, maybe people should experience before we go.
I think you touched on multiplayer there, actually, which is a good call out. So you can actually start this expansion already in co-op. So you can convoy up with your buddies and you can enter the expansion with up to five friends and play through the whole thing together in co-op, which is the first time we've actually been able to do that. There'd always been an amount that you kind of had to play solo before you could then invite everybody in and get into a group. Now you don't have to do that. You can kind of group up in the main Mexico map and enter the expansion together and take it all on together, which is, I think, just a really fun way to kind of have those very, very first opening experience of the expansion. So I hope a lot of people hear us say that and they're jumping in and experience it that way.
Yeah, me too. And again, guys, if you're checking this out, let us know your thoughts, and we do appreciate you listening. Mike Brown from Playground Games, thank you very much for joining me, man.
Yeah, thanks so much. It was a really great chat. Thank you.
Mike Brown from Playground Games. How cool was that the guy was wanting to come on my little YouTube channel and talk about Forza Hot Wheels? Kind of cool, right?
Yeah, that was actually really cool. He actually put a lot of good information in there, and I thought it was a decent interview from him. You were trash.
Shit.
Everything else was great.
Oh,
that was pretty cool, and I like the that he gave his studio a compliment. Like, he's like, I just come up with these ideas where it's like, how about if we do this? And they're like, yeah, let's go do it.
Yeah.
Like, it just like that's.
Man, he basically
that's
said, my
cool.
job's easy because Playground is so talented that if I want to make any damn thing happen, like, they've got my back and it's gonna happen.
That's
Which is
insane,
cool.
man. Yeah, that is insane. It makes me excited for Fable. It makes me excited for, the next Forza or whatever the other expansion, because usually every game they bring out 2 expansions. So this is the first one, and this is usually they came out like 3-4 months after release. So this one took a little while to get here, but man, it's fucking beautiful. Like, it's so big and great. Like, I'm gonna play it tonight. Like, I don't care.
Well, Well, I do want to say thanks to everybody saying they did like the interview. Look, I know it's not groundbreaking. I wanted to release that before this point, before you could play the damn game. That's why I was talking about the embargo of the interview and the Hot Wheels stuff in general. But, you know, I figured I would drop it on the show today. And maybe I'll throw it in the video in the future if people want it on a different form. But again, you know, that was Mike Brown, creative director of Playground. He built Horizon 5, led the team, built Hot Wheels. They're working on another expansion. I just figured I would throw in some off-the-wall questions, and the guy was a great sport. So let us know if you're playing Hot Wheels. If you haven't, if you learned something from the interview. And, of course, appreciate all the compliments and stuff like that. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't. Tell a buddy or two about the show. Because as many people know, there's so many more that don't. And we just appreciate you guys a lot. Shout out to Game Bread, who won a copy of Shadow Warrior 3 as part of the patron and member giveaway. If you're a patron and member, check the link for the Discord. Go there, join that. There's some stuff there for you guys. Also, if you're not, click those links and become a member, become a patron today, doing giveaways and more. And shout out to all the patron tiers and sponsors from those guys. You're part of the reason that missing the show last week with COVID, well, it didn't necessarily murder me in more than one way, because you guys support the channel and do what you do. And thanks to Housekeep for coming on. We're going to do some outros. That's the end of the show. We pushed all the topics. We had an interview from Playground Games. I'll tag him on Twitter so you guys can follow Mike Brown, creative director. And again, let us know your thoughts. Salker, are there any other chats or anything before we wrap this up?
Let me see. We got MR Rivera says Fonz 343 is dead without a battle royale. F Halo.
Oh shit, that was
Oh,
random.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, there
That
you
was
go.
really random.
It came out of nowhere, and it was nothing but facts.
It was.
Fonz, thanks for playing that. And I was trying to figure that out last second.
No
Fonz jumped in there and saved the day. And again, thanks for watching, guys. 1,100 people tonight. We do appreciate it. Hit the like button before you jump out of here. Shout out to the mods, Boss Man, Lethal Papa, Obi, others. You guys are amazing. D-Batch, brother. Another week, another show. We came back, missed a week. I think it went pretty decent, man. All right, fuck you, D-Batch. Hey, Ponzarelli, hey, another week, another show, buddy. Went pretty fucking decent, eh?
Yes, it went really decent. Look, that interview was fire, man. A lot of people said it in there. You're a great interviewer, so you did a good job there. A lot of people were asking about Fable, though, and yeah, it was great that you got the Fable release date out of it. I can't believe it, dude.
Oh my god!
Wow.
No. Anyways,
You must have
guys,
mumbled
listen
it.
back. Yeah, listen back for it because it's there. Anyways. Yeah, thanks for having me on again. Of course, being here trying to be here every week now. But yeah, I had a great time today. The chat was awesome. Everybody was awesome on the panel. Hargeet, thank you for showing up and saving the day for Tim Dog. He couldn't be here. The double vasectomy again, or no, it was colonoscopy.
Yeah, he went in for the bonus round.
Yeah, bonus round. Wow, who goes in for that?
He's like, I think
we don't
you
need
missed
to-
something.
They're like, we don't need to see you for another 15 years. Let's go next week.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure.
I mean, it was a pretty dead week for as far as news, but it's exciting times ahead, especially thinking about the whole Activision Blizzard thing and thinking about all those games coming to Game Pass. It's really exciting for that. But yeah, you can find me at Fonz Gaming here on YouTube and on Twitter.
Trey Bone, by the way, says you were right for not asking about Fable deal. Yeah, man, I'm not going to have Xbox send me like the head of basically their best studio and be like, hey, what do you think about Fable? Fuck all the other shit. I'm just going to be a
yeah,
fuck
exactly. That's what people. Yeah, fuck your driving game. We want to hear about Fable.
Yeah,
Your little
yeah.
toy
I mean,
car game.
some people might think it's weird I asked about Hot Wheels, but you know what? Like that's I want to ask something a little different because a lot of people are wondering about Hot Wheels. So, yeah. Again,
real
PC's
fast
dying.
though. But
I'm just gonna do my own outro here. Sorry,
yeah.
all right.
guys, my PC's about to die.
Okay.
You guys can find me at Twitter
Okay.
D_batch, of course at YouTube at D_batch, and yeah, it's like literally gonna die any second. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, just charge
See
that
you next
bitch up for next week, okay? Don't forget.
Yeah, one last thing I wanted to tell people: if you were at all interested in as Dusk Falls, try it out. I mean, give it a try. Especially if you're into heavy narrative games, story-based games. It seems like a pretty good one for that. Just don't expect too much. It's point and click, but the narrative is good. So check it out.
I want to say something real quick. We got a lot of cool guys in the chat. Again, I was serious about that fucking Discord thing. I'm gonna call it the bench, right? And anytime we need somebody, I'm just
Sounds
gonna
awesome.
lead. I can have guys that are on the bench in the Discord, and you guys can jump in and out of RDX if I need someone like Hargeet to jump on with Tim Dogs out there at the strip club, whatever the fuck he's doing. And then we can try out different energy and get different people, and maybe eventually make some changes. So again, we're just looking to start it all off and get some good energy in there. That's what we want, right? No point listening to motherfuckers who's boring and kind of stale. We're trying to change it up and keep it going. And we do got a new overlay coming. It's going to be badass. I'm dropping the show on iTunes and all that shit at the same time as that overlay hits. Overlay's in development. Looks amazing. Sean LeBree's the best. Again, just thanks for watching, guys. I mean that shit. Message me if you're interested in coming on the show and kind of trying out and joining the conversation and having some fun. Fonzarelli, did you tell people what you were playing and stuff just now? Did I hear that right?
It's Dusk Falls. That's what
And
I'm
you told
playing.
people where they could find you at Grounded Gamer, right?
Grounded Gaming. Yep. Yeah, you bitch.
Such a fuck face.
It's a wrap.
Follow
It's a wrap.
Fonzarelli,
Show's
man. I'll
over.
tag him in the post show. We've also got Zalker87, brother. What have you been playing? Where can people find you?
Man, you guys can find me on Zalker87 YouTube, Zalker87 on Twitter, and I've been playing StarCraft. Almost done with I think actually I am done with the campaign for the first one. And then I'm gonna get into Brood War. Been playing a lot of strategy games and stuff like that, even Warcraft 3 Reforged and World of Warcraft, and then also Grim Dawn. It's like a Diablo-esque game. Got it for like $3 on Steam, on the Steam sale, because I'm a cheap bitch. And that game's a lot of fun. It's really fucking good. Came out in like 2016. I recommend everybody check that game out. A lot of fun and just really cool looking. So yeah, that's what I've been playing a shit ton of. And of course the Forza, Hot Wheels, and probably going to jump into as Dusk Falls. So yeah, just really cool. And thanks for, everybody joining us again. We missed you last week, bro, and glad you're feeling better. And yeah, everybody in the chat, we would not be able to do this without you. Lethal, thanks for being an awesome mod. And yeah, Obi was here. Look at that. The mod actually showed up. Fucking weirdo. And fuck you, Tim.
Hey, a big shout out to again.
Tim.
big shout out to Tim. Something popped up. I really don't know what. It could be something serious. We're hoping Tim's doing great. Nobody's on the chopping block. We're just looking to add an element here or there. If I'm feeling like I need a little bit more a certain week or something, we'll just change it up. But speaking of, we had Hargeet Chani, longtime supporter of the show. He's got that nice platinum and gold badge. He's an awesome guy, man. Giving away, $1.67 million worth of games for the people in the chat. And motherfuckers got in-wall speakers. So we just want to have Hargeet on here. He's a great guy, a good friend. Tell people where they can find you, brother. And what have you been playing? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, sure. So I'm on Game On Daily, so check out our channel and check out our website. And then as far as what I've been playing, I tried Lost Odyssey and kind of gave up on that. I played the Hot Wheels. I've been playing that Halo co-op. I think it's pretty good. It'd be great when it kind of finally comes out. I wish the game had come out with it. So it's pretty good and fun. And then we played. I think I said we played a couple levels of the Hot Wheels with Dealer. So that was pretty cool as well. So those are the games. Oh, I started Dusk Falls. I started that out as well.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on that when you get a little further, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, who was it that made the joke about the sex spam bots in the chat when they're not even showing up? YouTube's dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true.
They're there.
Well, they
They're
just
there.
showed up, damn sex spam bots.
They're like, we heard you about Playground Games. How about you play with yourself?
Oh my god. Hey, yeah, fuck off to this damn love you long time, whatever the fuck it is, weird link in the chat, man.
Fucking weird shit.
Don't find love today. Watch the show again. Watch it again after that. Help us out. We do appreciate you. Find me at dealer_gaming on Twitter, ii_dealer _ii on Xbox Live. I am looking forward to releasing a damn video again. Guys, the last 2 weeks have been crazy. I'm finally
Get
kind
to
of...
it, bitch.
Shut up, Soccer. I'm not fucking... I can't do the shit you're doing, okay? I gotta be inspired. Does that make sense? Yeah.
No.
Throw artsy and whatnot. No, I mean, I like to have some fun, man. Have some vibes. So now we just need Xbox to fucking say something and drop some stuff, some news.
Yep.
You little piece of shit.
What do you mean?
I don't even.
What are you talking about?
I don't even know how you keep putting out these damn videos.
It's a wrap.
He's a rat. All right, well,
I enjoy
we're gonna
talking
go,
about
chat.
shit.
Thanks for joining us. You guys are awesome. Dark Sea Med, Boba Fett, all the mods, everybody in the chat. Go to the Sexbot website. We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
It's a wrap.